Just 2 years ago, Hamas leader Khalid Mashal embraces then Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi during a high-level meeting in Cairo. A powerful symbol of legitimacy for Mashal and Hamas, for Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood which backed him. A deeply concerning image for Israel.
That has now fallen apart. The Muslim Brotherhood, the leadership's in jail.
After tossing Morsi out, Egypt's authoritarian government has turned against Hamas. And Egypt's not alone. Across the Arab world, the rulers of Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and the United Arab Emirates are looking the other way, leaving Hamas all alone.
Their eye is on, we don't want these kinds of guys to win. Right. If Israel beats them up, well and good.
None of those Arab leaders would ever publicly support Israel, but none are rushing to defend Hamas in this battle. Our efforts to get comment from their representatives in Washington and in the region met with stone silence. But Saudi Arabia's former intelligence chief, writing in an Arab newspaper, says Hamas's readiness to cause a great deal of suffering clearly shows Hamas is irresponsible. And on Egyptian TV, commentators don't hold back in blasting Hamas.
People are revolted by you. Get lost. You make us nauseous. The whole world goes to hell because of you.
Hamas is seen by many in the Arab world as an extension of the Muslim Brotherhood, a huge Islamist political group which the rulers of Egypt, the UAE, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia have been battling against for years.
If the Muslim Brotherhood / Hamas succeeds in Gaza, the question will be, why can't they take over the Gulf states or Egypt?
What those regimes really fear is democracy. Hamas and the Muslim Brotherhood won power in actual elections.
They have been part of these uprisings, revolts all around the region, in Egypt and Tunisia and elsewhere, for democratic reform. And they certainly don't want to see that kind of reform happen in their own countries because they are worried about maintaining their own regimes.
Almost on cue, seconds before we ran your piece, we did get a statement from the King of Saudi Arabia, King Abdullah, who was condemning the violence and the suffering of the Palestinian people in Gaza. He called it crimes against humanity. But among other things, he blames state-sponsored terrorism and certainly gave no word of support for Hamas. It will be very interesting to see what we hear from some of these Arab nations now that this ceasefire was broken.